Hi, I'm Tamarack Tom.
Hi, I'm Mayfly Maggie. We're environmental educators from the Adirondack Mountain Club, and we're so excited to be meeting you through this video. As environmental educators, we love to hike with fourth graders, take them outside, and learn all about nature.
Yeah, with the Adirondack Mountain Club, we really focus on trying to protect these awesome places we love to play, and we need your help. So to kick things off and introduce Leave No Trace, we'd like you to sit back and relax and enjoy the story of Jane and Joe's hike through the woods. Hi Jane, how are you?
Oh, hey Joe, how's it going?
I'm good. You ready to go for a hike?
Yeah, I'm all set.
Awesome.
Do you need a few minutes to change or anything?
Oh no, I'm ready to go. I got my Crocs. Awesome. Awesome. I love wearing my Crocs and socks today.
Alrighty. What you got there?
Oh, it's a boombox. Just in case we want to listen to some music. Sure, we can find somewhere to plug it in and just hang out for a little while.
That does sound fun. I don't think there are going to be any outlets on this hike, and I was hoping we could listen for some birds. Would you be okay if we left that behind?
Yeah. I don't need it.
Okay.
Can I leave it in your car?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, you ready to hit the trail?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. You want to take a break, Jane?
Yeah, you ready for snack?
Yeah, snack sounds great.
Let's have a
I'm
seat.
getting hungry.
Hey, what'd you bring for snack?
Oh, I brought my very own Milky Way.
Ooh, nice.
I already ate a little, but that's okay.
Yeah.
They're so good. I also, surprise. I brought Tic Tacs. You want some Tic Tacs?
Oh, nice. Oh,
It's
no,
okay.
thank you. I'm okay. Uh-oh.
You gonna eat those?
No, we better pick them up, though.
Well, the animals can get them.
Yeah, they probably would get them, but I think probably isn't very healthy for them. And if we feed them, then they'll come to us for food instead of finding it on their own.
Oh, okay. I'll pick them up.
Great.
Tic Tac.
I brought dried fruit. Pineapple.
Nice. I brought Milky Way. It's got chocolate and caramel and nougat.
Nougat.
Hey, candy bar, I am ready to go. All fueled up. Woo!
Alrighty.
All right. You all set?
Yeah, I think I'm ready to keep going.
Okay, I can do this.
Alrighty.
I'm ready.
Let's make sure to pick up the bottle, too.
Okay. Jane? Jane? Jane, where'd you go? Jane? 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 Jane, where are you? Jane? Jane? Oh gosh. Ow. Ow. That hurts. Oh gosh, now it's raining. Jane, it's raining. Come find me.
Oh, it's starting to rain. Joe? Joe?
Jane?
Joe?
Jane.
Are you okay?
There you are, Jane.
What happened?
Oh, I lost you and it started to rain and
Oh no.
I lost one of the bands in my croc and my ankle got hurt.
Oh no, are
And
you okay?
I'm not having as much fun anymore.
Oh
It's
man.
really bad.
Can I see your ankle? Do you want to stretch out your leg?
Sure.
How does this feel?
Ow.
Ow, it hurts?
Ow.
Do you think you twisted it?
I think I twisted it pretty bad.
Well, I have in my first aid kit, I could have some stuff I could wrap it up with. Do you think that would help?
What is, you brought that with you?
Yeah, it's in my first aid kit.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Jane. You're so nice.
How does that feel?
I think it feels a little better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So let's put your shoe back on.
Okay.
We're only about a mile from the trailhead. Do you think you can make it back?
Yeah, will you carry me?
I don't think I can carry you, but I can lend you my trekking poles and you can put some of your weight on these.
Oh, okay. Wow, thank you.
And here. Look a little chilly.
I'm very cold. Wow, you got a whole raincoat. Thanks, Jane.
You're welcome, Joe.
Oh.
Here, let me give you a hand.
Thanks, Jane.
How does that feel?
It feels okay. I think I can do it.
Alrighty. Let's do it.
All right, just don't lose me again.
I won't.
So we hope you enjoyed the story of Jane and Joe.
They look kind of familiar, don't they?
They did. Maybe we've seen them on the trail or something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. So anyway, we want you to think to yourself, who had more fun during that hike? And when you're thinking to yourself, who had more fun, think about why and what allowed them to have more fun during their adventure.
What we do when we're getting ready for a hike, to be sure we're prepared for anything that could happen, so we follow the 7 leave no trace principles. They can guide our behavior before and during our trip to be sure it's successful and fun. Now, let's learn them.
Let's do it.
The first principle of leave no trace is know before you go. And know before you go is all stuff that you do at home before you ever get in the car or hit the trail. The first thing you want to do is choose where you're going. You should work with an adult to make plans for your destination and know your route and about how long you expect it to take, so that way you can let someone at home know when to expect you back. The next thing you want to do is check the weather so that you can dress appropriately for it. I'm dressed today in a fleece long sleeve shirt because it's a little chilly, so that I have an extra layer on so I can stay warm. I also have a sturdy pair of hiking shoes that are comfortable, they fit me well, and I can wear all day to keep my foot comfortable and complete a long hike. I'm also not wearing any cotton. So, cotton is a really comfortable fabric. I wear it all the time, but sometimes when I go on long hikes, if you're wearing cotton and it gets wet, like you're sweating or it starts raining, and then you can get cold really fast. Cotton doesn't hold any heat when it's wet. So if you're going on a long hike, or you think it might rain, or it's cold out, it's great to wear non-cotton layers, synthetic gym clothes, so that you can stay comfortable. Next thing is all stuff we're going to put in our backpack. What does Jane bring with her so that she was able to respond to all the situations that they came across on their hike? Well, one thing Jane had was a big bottle of water. You always want to bring plenty of water with you so you can stay hydrated throughout your whole hike. Let's see, what else is in my backpack? I have a healthy snack. I've got trail mix and dried fruit. These are good nutrition that can give me energy for my whole hike, but not super sugary, so you might get a sugar crash. You want good, sustained energy. The next thing I have is a map and compass. This will help Jane navigate throughout her hike so she knows where to go. This is really important. What else is in here? Ooh, a big first aid kit. This is so important. No one ever plans on getting hurt, but just like when Joe rolled his ankle, by having a first aid kit with you, you can safely navigate small injuries on the trail and have still a fun day. Next in here, I have my raincoat. I always leave this in my backpack just in case. You never know. And it's an extra warm layer in case I get cold. Ooh, next I have my headlamp. This is great to have in your backpack in case it gets a little bit later than you anticipated. You have a light with you so you can make it safely back to the trailhead. Oh, I also have a potty kit with a trowel, toilet paper, and hand sanitizer. We'll talk more about what we're going to use this for later. Oh, I've got sunscreen to protect myself from getting a sunburn. These days, a face mask is a great thing to have in case it's busy where you're going. I packed it all inside my backpack. My backpack has 2 strong straps that make it really comfortable to carry all of this stuff long distances. So once you've made a plan for your hike, communicated your plan to someone who's not coming with you, dressed appropriately for the weather, and have packed everything you might need for your fun adventure, you're ready to head out.
So the second principle of Leave No Trace is choose the right path. There's so many people that go out hiking, and these trails are a great way for us to know where to go. They help us find our way. And they also help us to concentrate the impact from our footsteps into one area of the trail. You want to stay on a surface that we would call durable. So think of something that's really strong, and that's why we want to travel on the trail, walk through the muds so that you don't widen the trail. Trails are really awesome, and they're a great way to be able to concentrate that impact and help us know where to go.
The third principle of Leave No Trace is trash your trash. And the most important part of trash your trash is that anything that you bring into the woods with you, you want to bring back out. So after you have your snack, make sure all pieces of the wrapper end up back in your backpack. Same thing, even if you have an orange peels aren't natural here and they confuse our wildlife, so even orange peel or apple cores, you want to pack all of those things out with you. It's that easy, just pack everything out. Now, trash isn't the only kind of waste that we might make on a hike. What do you do if you have to poop? What do? I'm here to tell you. So, you want to go 100 steps, 100 big steps off trail and bury it in a cat hole. I'll show you. 1, 2, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. All right. So now that I'm 100 big steps away from trail, I'm ready to dig a cat hole. So I showed you my potty kit earlier. Got a trowel and toilet paper and some hand sanitizer so I can do my business. So first, I'm gonna dig a hole that's 6 to 8 inches deep. Conveniently, the blade of my trowel is 6 inches long, so I use this to measure. We bury our waste to avoid human or animal contact and to stop it from running into the water when it rains. Once my hole's dug, you go in the hole. You can crouch down or do it however you please. If any misses the hole, use a stick to push it in. You don't want anything dirty to touch your trowel. Then if you're using toilet paper, you can either put the toilet paper into the hole or pack it out with you. And then you want to cover everything up so that there's no evidence you were ever here.
So the fourth principle is leave what you find. It's really important to leave these different awesome things you might find when you're exploring, because they're so much more powerful when they're in their natural environment. They're where you found them. Things like wildflowers that we have here. You might see that there's lots of wildflowers, and sure, maybe picking one might not have that big of an impact, but think of the thousands of other kids behind you hiking on the trail that might have the same mindset, and they might pick all these wildflowers, impacting their ability to reproduce and have more flowers for next year. Fall is a beautiful time to explore different flowers that are in bloom, and we want to leave them be. Other things we might find are things like historical artifacts. We have a lot of logging industry stuff in our forests. You might find skulls and bones of animals. Those are pretty neat, but they're really important to leave behind. All sorts of different awesome things, and we want to leave them be and enjoy them when we're on the trail and not take them home.
The fifth principle of Leave No Trace is be careful with fire. Fires are a really fun way to enjoy being outside in the cool fall weather. There are just a few things we should keep in mind. First, make sure that fires are allowed in the area where you are. The second is that you should use a designated fire ring when they're there. If you're collecting wood from the forest, you want to use wood that's already down, dead, and pretty small pieces of wood. You don't want a huge branch that's bigger than your fire pit. And then finally, you want to make sure your fire is totally extinguished before you leave.
Principle number 6 is respect wildlife. Seeing the different animals that we have is one of the best parts about playing outdoors. We want to make sure that we are always respectful of the wildlife that we have, and we're always mindful of how our actions can affect what they are doing on a daily basis. So we want to make sure that we always observe wildlife from a distance. One thing I like to do is actually use what's called the rule of thumb. And you can take your thumb, extend it out, close one eye, and see if you can cover up the animal when you're observing it. If you can cover up the animal, then you're a good distance away. If you can't, you should probably get a little bit further back. The other important thing is to make sure that you never feed wildlife, either intentionally or unintentionally. So that includes leaving crumbs behind or trying to actually feed wildlife that you might see that are pretty used to people. That's not normal behavior, so we want to make sure that we don't feed wildlife.
The 7th principle of Leave No Trace is be kind to other visitors. When we're playing outside, we're not the only ones there typically. There are a lot of people who come to enjoy our outdoor spaces for different reasons. And one way we can be respectful of that is keeping our volume low. People visit destinations for the quiet and the solitude and to have that peaceful experience. If they're listening to us, they might not be having that, so we can keep our volume low. Also good to bring a face mask with you these days. If there are times when passing on the trail or at the trailhead when you can't stay 6 feet away from folks, you can put your mask on and respect other visitors. Man, that was a lot of principles.
How do we remember them all?
I'm glad you asked.
Oh.
Got some handy hand signals
That's right.
that we can use. But first, we need our hands.
Get your hands out.
Get your hands out. You ready to follow along?
Make sure you do them along with us. The first one is, first principle, know before you go. And you gotta write down, make a plan.
Hold on, I'm almost done. All right, 2.
2.
Is choose the right path. So we're gonna walk right down the center of the trail through all the mud.
Cool. 3 is trash your trash. You're gonna make a trowel out of 3 fingers, and you're gonna dig a cat hole.
4 is leave what you find. So we're gonna split our 4 fingers into 2.
How'd you do that?
I don't know.
Wow.
Make a picture frame. And we're gonna take a picture instead of taking something really cool out of the woods.
Cool. 5 is be careful with fire and make a campfire out of your hands.
It's beautiful.
It's nice. Crackly, crackly.
6, we're gonna split into 3 and 3. Put on our antlers. Now we're gonna respect wildlife.
Ooh,
So if you see
that's
a
cow.
moose out on the trail, you wanna give it a lot of space.
Respect wildlife. All right. And then 7 is going to be 5 and 2. And you're going to wave. Yeah, there you go. Wave and peace sign. Be kind to other visitors.
Study these hand signals, practice them. They're a lot of fun and a great way to remember all the 7 principles.